and welcome to my new Flosstube video. I'm Jantina and this is where I share my stitching. As you can see, I'm in my downstairs stitchy spot again. It's evening, my husband is upstairs and it's really windy outside. So if you hear the wind, I'm sorry. It's the first real winter day. Well, it's February, but it's going to be cold, and the forecast it's going to be snowing for 3 days, which is, well, we have to wait. Sometimes the weather forecast is spot on, but most of the times it's not. So if it will snow, because I will edit it tomorrow evening, if it will snow, I will insert some pictures or things at the end. But for now, let's start with everything, because it's going to be a 3-week update. I did film last week, but it wasn't good because I wasn't feeling well. I had a headache, which went into full migraine at night, and my energy was very low, so I decided to film again this weekend. So yeah, that's where we are now. So first, I want to thank all my new subscribers, because there has been a really big increase in subscribers on my channel, and I don't know where you all are coming from, but welcome. I hope you like what you see, and for those who haven't subscribed yet, if you like what you see, I don't update really regularly. I don't know why it isn't working for me, but if you want to get a notification when I upload, you can subscribe if you like. So yeah, because it's been 3 weeks and a lot of things happened, there will be a live update throughout. First, teeny tiny live update before I start. If you don't want to hear it, just skip a minute or whatever. But we are in full lockdown at the moment. We have a curfew from 9 in the evening till 4 in the morning. I don't know. We can't visit with more than one person. Yeah, we're expecting the 3rd wave, so we have to be very careful. However, the schools for kids under the age of 12 will start again the day after tomorrow, on Monday. And my kids will be going to school as well. My daughter only went for, well, a test drive. Here in the Netherlands, kids can go for trial days just to see how it is, and she went for a few of those days, but it was back in early December, and after that the kids have been home. They gave out packages of homework, which I did with the kids, but it's different than real school. Here in the Netherlands, we don't homeschool like is possible in the US and in many different places, but we don't homeschool. Kids have to go to school, and I'm kind of nervous to see how it goes, because if there is an infection with one of the teachers or the kids in class, they have to quarantine. The whole class and their families have to quarantine for 5 days, and if the kids test negative, they can come back after 5 days, and otherwise they have to wait 5 more days. So we will see how that goes. Shops are still closed. You can go for a pickup. Grocery stores are open, pharmacies are open, but that's basically it. So we're home a lot. I'm stitching a lot. And yeah, 3 weeks ago, I think it was, yeah, 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was the weekend of 24 hours of cross stitch, and I decided to participate this time because I expected to have a lot of stitchy time. The Friday of the 24 hours I had to go into jaw surgery, and I thought, oh, it will be fine, and I will have a lot of stitchy time. I will get in my comfy spot and stitch all weekend. And I knew it would hurt. Back in October, there was a tooth extracted, but it didn't went well, and there was a bone fragment of my jaw which broke off, and they finally took out 3 weeks ago. Crazy, but it was hurting so much, and the painkillers I took made me really sleepy, so I slept for a couple of hours on Friday and also on Saturday, so that took off a lot of stitchy time. But what I did during the 24 hours of cross stitch was 2 projects. One during the day while I was here downstairs with my family, and one in the evening when I was in our office upstairs. Because that's where I have the most room for my HAEDs. And yeah, I wanted to alternate between 2 projects, and that is what I did. So the first project I worked on during 24 hours of cross stitch was my baby cheetah. And this will be a birth gift, and I had hoped to have it finished already, but I didn't. Oh, it's a real big mess. Normally, after I'm getting it out of the loop at the moment. Normally, when I stop working on it, I will cut all the ending and start knots off, but I didn't. And wait a minute. Let me grab my scissors, because this is terrible. And it will be after cutting these, but yeah. So it's wrinkly. And there's a needle in my leg. And I'm dropping stuff. But here it is so far. And it's so pretty. It has 40 colors. And yeah, it's really pretty. I want to stitch it again after I gifted it, because yeah. And there are like 12 or 13 colors finished, and I don't know if you can see, but over here, this is the bottom, and I have to cut all of these threads. I use the same method over here, and as you can see, what all around I use this, but I don't have to turn around my project every thread, every stitch. So yeah, and I hope the next time I will show this it will be finished, but it's still at like 80%, so I don't know. But once again, it's so cute. So let's pick that up. Coming in close. And then my other projects I worked on during 24 hours was April Fairy. She's my finish, focus on a finish full coverage for this year. And I did a lot on her. So let me show you. She's so vibrant, so beautiful. I love her. So during January, I did most of the black, and all of this fill in of the hair I did in January, and I really like it. Also, most of the pinks are new. I don't know if I did the aida last time. I think I did. I don't know. But every time I pick some of the skin colors. But the hair was the big thing this time. And in February, I'm hoping to pull down this and work my way down to this point. But it's a lot of stitching, but oh, I love her. The colors are so vibrant, so beautiful. And this is next on my rotation, which I will talk about later. But yeah, so cute. Then let me check my notes. WIPCO. I'm joining WIPCO this year again. Last year I did a blackout -1 and I made a clip talking about my WIPCO, which I will insert somewhere here. So this is my WIPCO board for this year, and it has kind of every whip I have on it. I don't have a huge amount of whips this year, so what I did is I put every of my whips in a square. 13 for me is a free space, and I have different types of goals. The red ones are 1500 stitches. That's for my full coverage or other big pieces. The cream or yellow ones are just 500 stitches, and the golden orange brownie color, DMC numbers are much easier, are for finish. So yeah, for January there was the free space, number 13, number 18, bird in hand, in which I did the 500 stitches, so I completed it on the 6th of January. There was Dino ABC, which I did 500 stitches, and I didn't fill in my completion date. And now for February there is Stitching in Quilt number 4. I have to do 500 stitches on that one, which will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to working on that one. And Quilting Bee, but that's for a finish, number 20. And that's my year-end goal. So I know I will work in it for 2 times at least, with my every other Friday StitchPaterns Zoom, and I will try and do at least 500 stitches. So yeah, this is what my WIPCO will look like now, and I might be making some changes later on if maybe there is one I don't want to work on, and maybe put in something else. So over the year I want to make sure I work on every whip at least for 500 stitches, and my goal is a blackout at the end of the year. Yeah, this is my WIPCO for this year, and I will probably do an update every end of the month. This is it, so you will go back to my regular video now. So if you saw my piece on WIPCO, I worked on Dinosaur ABC in January, and I don't have a cover picture, but I will put the picture up there. And what I did for WIPCO was bringing down the neck of this dinosaur. I'm realizing I'm not talking about what fabric everything is on. The baby cheetah is on 20 count aida. April fairy is on 18 count, and this is also 18 count aida, but this is the printed vintage beige, I think. But yeah, what I did was finishing the O, B, this is the start of the U, and bringing down the neck. And the J and the S will have a different color because that are all of 4 of us are initials here in our family. So I thought it would be fun to make them a different color. So I will try and pick this up a few times every month. So it will have a finish before my kids can read. So as you have seen in my WIPCO for this month, February, I didn't do any WIPCO stitching yet, but it is Quilting Bee, which is my piece for the TheStitchPaterns Zoom, every other week Zoom, and Stitching in Quilt, which you will see the next time because that will be one I will be working on. And Quilting Bee is one I have here because I work in it every other Friday. And this is what it looks like, Quilting Bee by the Blue Flower. And I'm stitching this with, with the TheStitchPaterns. So Lydia, Jemima, Alice, and Debbie. But Debbie is doing another Blue Flower. And everyone is listed down below, so you can check them out. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count Murano hand dyed by Debbie, and this is called Honnybee. And this is how far I am. So this wing is all done, and I worked on the top part. I just did this motif, and I'm working on this one. And over here in the corner will be one of those thingies, and then it would be the whole width of the project. So yeah, it's not a really big pattern, and I will have a lot of fabric left for something else, and I love it. It's so pretty. And the fabric is just perfect. So this is one of my WIPCO pieces, and it's listed for a finish, but yeah, it's a year-end goal, so I will just stitch in it every other week, which is 2 times here in February. So looking forward to working more on it. Then I worked on another project in my beautiful So Much to Love bag. And some of you may know what's in here. It's Pandemic by Long Dog. And this is how far I am at the moment. And I worked over here. And I just love the colors, the pops of pink, gold. And I was not sure how to work over here next to the triangle piece, which colors I would pick. So I moved over to this area where there will be berries and leaves, and I know what colors I will use over there. So afterwards it will be easier to choose which colors I will use over here. The needle is stuck in my scarf. So yeah, and I get a lot of reactions about the colors I'm using for Pandemic, and I will try and list them down below. So that's Pandemic. Then I worked on another HAED, and I have a rotation where I do 1,000 stitches on a HAED or 250 on April Fairy, and then I will switch. So I will do April Fairy, another HAED, April Fairy, another HAED and I will switch out 4 in total. So April Fairy, Princess Asleep, Universe in a Jar, and King Coda. And one of the other 2 I stitched on the last few days. So you will see another HAED shortly. But this is Princess Asleep, and it's a big one. And let me hold it like this. I worked over here in this section for 1,000 stitches. And this part here is the wing of a green butterfly. And I can't wait to see it coming up even more. And this is on a 20 count Aida 1/1. And it's so pretty. I can't wait to get back to this. So, yeah. Then I have 2 more whips. One is a new start. And this is part of Alice Made Me Do It. Hi, Alice. We have a WhatsApp group where we share what we're working on with the TheStitchPaterns and just everything. Sorry, my threads are a mess. And Alice started sharing all these little smalls she did for Valentine's Day. And I don't do anything with Valentine's Day or whatever, but I chose the word for this year to be love and kindness. So the Valentine's freebies, I don't use them for Valentine's Day. It's just throughout the whole year. And one of the smalls I picked to work on was this one. It's Quaker Heart, and I forgot the name. Who's it by? I don't know. I forgot the name. So I will put the name and what it will look like over here. And this is how far I am. And over here will be the alphabet. And it's so pretty and so cute. And I'm using DMC variegated in the color 57. And it's really bright pink coral. Really pretty. So I have to get back and work on that again. And then I told you earlier, there was one more HAED I did work on the last few days. And it's one you haven't seen in a while. It's King Coda. And oh, I loved working on it. I haven't worked on this in 2 or 3 months, and before that it was like half a year. So I put him in my rotation to work on him for 1,000 stitches every other month or when it comes up in my rotation. And first I will show you the full thing, how far I am. And he's so big and so pretty, and oh, I love him. I really, really do. So first let me show you this part. And this is not where I worked on. I worked down there. So let me fold this a little bit. This is on 18 count Aida 2/1. And I worked in this section, and I will put a picture in what the section looked before, because I haven't shown this in so long. I can't expect you to remember where it was the last time, but it's mostly this part over here. And I can't wait to get back to this again, because this is the bottom. And this here will be a book lying with the back over here. So this pillow will get to about this point, and after that's finished I will come back up over here and work on this book cover, this part, and move my way over because I'm anxious about this page lines and also the one at the bottom, but this is more important because it's the middle of the words. It's in the middle of the project, so maybe I will first work over here and then down, I don't know. But oh, look at him. And he's close to a 30% done. So I'm hoping to get 40 this year. Hopefully. Oh, I love him. He's so pretty. So I will put him back in the back after the video. So then I had some finishes. My hair is doing really weird things here. So I had some finishes, but I can't show them because while I was FFOing them, my sewing machine stopped working like it should, and my husband needs to check it out. What's wrong with it? So he will do that soon, but I will put in pictures of the projects. The first one is Bloom by Lizzie Kate, and here it is. And the other one is Love is Kind, and first I will show you what it will look like because I'm going to finish it kind of similar, and during finishing up this, it all happened. It went really wrong. So yeah, that brings me to another finish I can't show you, and which isn't cross stitch related, but this year I want to work on my sewing skills, and I made a bag. It's just a book or grocery bag. It was a gift for my mom. I had this fabric laying around and I knew she would love it. She has cups and table runners and everything with this kind of flowers and butterflies. So yeah, I will put in pictures over here what it looks like, and she can use it for groceries or, like I said, books from the library or whatever. And I really like making it, and it was a lot of fun doing it. So I will do more sewing, maybe some clothes for my daughter or pajamas for my son. We will see, but whatever I do, I will show it if you'd like to see it. Then next up, Stitchy Kindness, and I forgot to bring it. In my last video, I told about the TheStitchPaterns. We switched out some trims. I sent some out, Debbie sent some out, and Lydia did as well. But I will put in a picture over here what hers looked like. And it's just a really nice variety of just everything. And I can't wait to use them on some of my finishing. So that was kind of all the stitching. I also had some haul, which I didn't bring, but it wasn't really important. I bought some pins and floss cards, and I have a new journal where I keep my cross stitch, but maybe I will show it another time. Then there is something really nice that happened today. We got Readly, and it's an app where you can get all the magazines you want from all over the world. There are Dutch, German, American, even Australian things I saw popping up. And this is not sponsored, but you can get a subscription with the app, and I don't know the amount from the top of my head. And you can get all the magazines, but also the previous releases. So Cross Stitcher Magazine, Cross Stitch Crazy, Cross Stitch Gold, they're all on there. All of them. So earlier this day, I went through a lot of magazines looking at projects I want to do. And then I remembered, it was like a light going off in my head, that I have one Cross Stitcher magazine, which I'm doing a project from, which is called One Giant Leap. But the pattern, because it's from the magazine, it's so hard to read. And then I realized, if it's on the magazine, I can get it in the app. I can zoom in on it, so I can see. I can finally see the image better. So I looked it up, and there it was, and it's ready to use. So I saved it on my phone, and I can't wait to get back to that one. So if you're interested in it, please check out Readly, because it's amazing. You get all these patterns for peanuts. It's fantastic. So yeah, check it out. Then last plans for WhipGo. If you see me looking down, that's where my notes are, if you haven't figured that out yet. But for WhipGo, I will work on Quilting Bee 2 times this month with the Stitch Couture Zoom, which will be next Friday and the last Friday of February. And I have to do kind of 500 stitches, but if it's less, it's okay. The other one is Stitching in Quilt, which I will do for WhipGo this month. And I have 2 projects with quilt in it in the title, and those 2 came up for February. So it's perfect, and I can't wait to stitch in that again also. Then I need to work a lot on April Fairy, which I am really looking forward to it. I'm not burning out on it yet, but I want to keep in front of where I have to be to finish it this year, because her face is just one big of 6,000 stitches in one color. And I'm afraid I will burn out in that part. So I will try and get ahead now, so I have some space to relax later. Then I was thinking, because March is coming up, March Madness, am I going to do anything? No. Mania? Monogamous Mania? I don't know. In April, I want to focus on April Fairy, because that seems fitting. But Mania, maybe I will do a daily update on my Instagram, which I will list down below in my Instagram story, or maybe I will do some sort of vlogging, or full coverage Mania is the one thing that I will maybe do. And maybe there will be a special start somewhere, March, May, anywhere, because me and Jemima, we saw a pattern like a year ago, which wasn't released yet, and we really loved it, both of us. And it released last month, and I showed it to her, and we both were like oh, we have to do this. And this week, I think it was this week, was supposed to be the craft fair we have in the Netherlands, but due to COVID, it couldn't happen. So we talked about doing a not going to the craft fair start, but neither of us bought a pattern, but I think it will be possible start March, May, somewhere. So Jemima, let me know when you want to start this. And I think that's all I have today. It's just over half an hour update for 3 weeks, which I think went really quick. So I will try and be back in 2 weeks, but with the lockdown, work being hectic, kids going back to school, and they will be tired at the end of the day. Just everything. I hope we will be back in 2 weeks. But if you hit the notification thing, you will get a pop-up when I upload again. So thank you for watching. I hope you all are safe, are happy, are enjoying your stitching, doing things you love with people you love, even if it's through Zoom or FaceTime or whatever. Yeah, just be safe, be happy, and I will see you again hopefully in 2 weeks. Bye bye.